Thank you very much. I'd start by saying it really is refreshing to feel all of these transatlantic winds blowing in our direction. It really does bode well for cooperation on these issues and all of the other issues that we have to face in the transatlantic agenda. Of course, technology diplomacy and collaboration across the transatlantic relationship are going to be crucial for our economies and for the ability of Europe and the United States to deliver benefits to our middle class families and the workers who sort of form the base of our countries. And the first point that I wanted to stress is that the United States and the European Union have a deep and enduring partnership on advancing the digital economy and digital transformation. We together share a positive vision of technology as a force for good, supporting the flourishing of our citizens and the people all over the world. The Biden-Harris administration is absolutely committed to revitalizing and raising the level of ambition in the transatlantic relationship, including on digital technology issues. Together, we can ensure technology is used to promote our values and to tackle the most pressing challenges, including the climate crisis. On both sides of the Atlantic, our governments are revisiting and updating some of our approaches to the technology sector, as the people before me have already spoken, including on competition policy and platform regulations. I'd say now more than ever, we must join forces to learn from each other as we strive together not only to unleash the full potential of new technologies, but also to avoid disruptions that could be harmful to companies and to consumers. So I know that in Europe there's a focus on strengthening autonomy and on digital and technology issues, and I was very refreshed to hear some of the comments that Rupert made on it, and I think we would agree. In the United States, we believe that stronger partners make us stronger, and so we like to see that Europe is investing in its future, as we also are investing in our technology capabilities. And of course, the European Union, like all our partners, should protect against malign influences from those who do not share our values. But at the same time, we hope that Europe's interest in strengthening autonomy does not imply a third way, when the reality, as I think the speakers before me have said, is that the US and Europe share many common values and principles when compared to the People's Republic of China and other countries like that, whose vision of technology governance is different, very different from ours. We believe the United States and Europe are closely aligned, and that we have a joint and shared approach to technology, one that is dramatically different from that of the People's Republic of China. We should have no illusions about the PRC's objectives, which are to undercut our long-standing technological advantage and to displace our model's commitment to respecting human rights, privacy, and innovation with an authoritarian vision. The United States and Europe must cooperate to strengthen our technological capabilities and promote our shared values and vision in order to ensure that this authoritarian approach does not gain greater influence throughout the world. Now, let me just briefly mention two areas where I think that we can put this into practice, though I think that all of the areas that the speakers before me have mentioned are ripe for cooperation between the United States and Europe. The first that I wanted to mention is 5G wireless networks, and the need to fully exclude untrustworthy and high-risk suppliers, regardless of national origin, from providing 5G equipment and software. The stakes, quite simply, for ensuring the security of these networks could not be higher. 5G is transformative and will touch every aspect of our lives. Now, we are extremely pleased that many European nations have implemented national measures to exclude untrusted vendors from their 5G networks, in line with the EU 5G toolbox and the Prague proposals. And we will continue to work with European allies and partners to ensure countries and citizens can trust that 5G equipment and software will not introduce risks that threaten national security, privacy, human rights, and business proprietary data. At the same time, we also have an opportunity right now to promote vendor diversity through support for Open RAN technologies. The second issue is increasing cooperation on technical standards, working with like-minded partners, including industry and stakeholders, to protect the existing voluntary, open, and market-driven approach. Good technical standards promote interoperability, innovation, competition, but we've also seen recent examples of authoritarian states trying to influence standard-setting bodies for their own purposes. And in order to build on this dialogue regarding transatlantic cooperation on digital transformation, I want to mention that Secretary Blinken recently announced US support for the candidacy of Doreen Bogdan-Martin to become the next Secretary General of the International Telecommunications Union, or ITU. Ms. Bogdan-Martin is a deeply experienced expert on global communications issues who has served at the ITU for 28 years. If elected, Ms. Bogdan-Martin would be the first woman to lead the ITU, an organization critical for the future of information and communication technologies and to closing digital divides. Responsible, forward-looking, and transparent leadership of the ITU is vital to our shared interests, and so I hope that many of you will also join us in supporting Doreen's candidacy. In closing, I just want to underline that this is an exciting time for transatlantic technology cooperation. I know we are all looking forward to the visit of President Biden to Brussels, as has already been mentioned, and I'm sure that many of these issues will be discussed. I know there's going to be a lot of work on technology and trade, and I look forward at the technical level to following up on what I'm sure will be a big political push for us to do that. So thank you very much, and I look forward to the discussion.